Welcome everybody to today's stream. I just want to welcome you guys here today, and I want to thank you for joining us. It may be a little bit choppy today. The Wi-Fi is not the best here, but I will be here today and tomorrow doing this for Dr. Sean Strong, as he is right now in a meeting at a conference down here, and we're just really happy that you have joined today. If you have, we want to thank everyone for showing up. Before we get started, we only have one announcement today, and that is that we will be in Lee Town Assembly March 8th through the 11th into this. We've had some great meetings in the past week, 2 weeks. It's been really great. God's been moving. He's been showing up and shaking some people, and we're really glad that this has been happening recently, okay? So after that, we just want to remind you that you can text to give. You just text the word STRONG to that number right there. Or if you are on Facebook, you can text to give. You just hit hashtag donate, and then you put your number behind it. Or if you're on Twitter or YouTube, you can go to standingstrongministries.com, or you can go get the app of Standing Strong Ministries. So after all of that, we just want to again welcome you to today, and our theme is fear not. This thing was placed on my heart after yesterday. We arrived in a new town that I've never driven before, and I was getting kind of scared and anxious, and I didn't know what it would be like, because I don't really like driving in big cities, but looking through all of this and writing this down, you see these verses of where God comes through and says, do not fear, and then he gives you reasons why. And this is just stuff that I've found, and I'm going to pick out here for you, and I just want to thank you again for showing up. So when you look at this, fear is a basic human emotion. That is what it's defined as. Every person will feel it or has felt fear before. It doesn't matter if it was like snakes, spiders, heights, death, your own future, or just public speaking, or if it's more in-depth stuff like pain, loneliness, failure, rejection, and stuff like that. When you like the dark or needles, or when you look at these things, everyone has feared something. Failure is a big thing, or people are afraid to be alone, or people are afraid to be in pain, people are afraid of death, but we don't have to be afraid of death, because we know what's coming after we die. We go to heaven, amen? Many times we let fear dictate what we do on a daily basis. We'll be going through life, but we'll be doing something, and then we'll be like, oh no, we can't do that because of this, because I'm scared that this might happen, or I'm scared that I'm going to fail, or I'm scared that I'm going to end up in pain, In the Bible, it says that we shouldn't fear. So our first verse that we're going to start off at is Isaiah 41:10, and it says, so do not fear, for I am the Lord. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. When we look at this, he says, do not be afraid, because I am your strength. I will protect you. Which, in there, he is our protector. He protects us from everything. So we don't need to fear the future, or we don't need to fear what's going to happen, because he will protect us. He is our shield in our daily fight. Our day-to-day fight, he is our shield. And it's just not these like short shields that we usually think of that only cover your chest. No, it is a full body shield from above your head to the bottom of your toes. He's right there protecting you from all the weapons of the enemy. He covers us head to toe with Jesus' blood as well, so we are protected from illnesses, or we are protected from other weapons of the enemy that he tries to use. Which leads me to my next verse, which is in Genesis 15:1, where it says, after this word of the Lord came to Abram in a vision, "Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your very great reward." There again, he's just, I am your shield. I protect you in this fight. I protect you, and he's just there. He's our protection. He is our shield. He protects us. And when we really get to start fearing something, when we're scared of something, then we get anxious. We get this sense of anxiety when the thing comes around. So if you're afraid of being lonely, and then somebody starts to leave you by yourself, you slowly get anxious, of, oh no, I'm gonna be doing this. Oh no, I'm gonna be no, and it's just like that buildup of fear and of distraught that you can start to feel, which can destroy your attitude in that time, or it can even destroy your life for segments at a time. Because there is no need to fear anything, there's no need for it, because we are protected by God. Again, He is our shield. He is our protector. He stands in front of us to fight for us. And when we get anxious, this is another verse that the Lord said. It is Philippians 4, 6 through 7, which says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all knowledge, will guard your hearts and your minds in Jesus Christ." So when we get anxious, when we start praying and we start coming into His presence and petitioning for this, and we give God our request, God, I'm kind of nervous about this. I'm scared about doing this. He will come and He will put His peace upon you and upon that situation of where you don't have to be scared of what's to come, but you can be ready to fight for what's going to come. He'll bring peace to our mind that will transcend our lives, that will completely change. So when we do stuff, you don't have to be scared, because He changes everything around you, and He changes your mindset and gives you peace on these items and these things that come your way. And when we do get scared, we just need to put our full trust in Him. When we fully trust in God and let Him take over, when we give Him our life and just say, "God, tell us what to do," and we'll do it. When we go into these situations, we don't have to be scared because we've already trusted God. So now if we continue to trust Him, He will carry us through our life, and He will help us through our life and around these obstacles that either, if we do go through times, He's right there, right next to us, protecting us. Or He'll even, sometimes He'll even guide us around these obstacles, so that way that we don't have to go through the struggle of fighting there or ever being nervous. For God has not given you the spirit of fear, but He has given you power and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. He has given us we're not supposed to fear, because He has given us already the power to beat it and go into our future. He's also given us a sound mind, which helps us, stay relaxed, calm down, don't freak out about just these little things, of the dark or being lonely or pain, because in the end, God is with us, protecting us. When we all fully realize this, when you fully realize all these things, the devil cannot touch you. He can't put his hand on you, especially when you put your full trust in God and when you give Him everything and you say, "God, here," and you pray for protection. God's blood has already covered you, so you got that, and God is protecting you. He's your shield. He is your front. He is in front of you, behind you. He's always protecting you, guiding your path to help you. So He cannot he can't even lay a finger on you. He can't lay anything upon you because you're already covered. Mm-hmm. When all fear starts clouding your mind, you need to trade your fear for faith. Trade your fear for faith. You know, when we look at this, when you start to fear, it's like you're not trusting God. You're not putting your faith in Him. You know, when you really start to get nervous and say, oh, I don't want to do this because I'm scared, it's like, well, then you're not trusting God. So we need to switch the fear to faith. We need to give Him everything we got. We got to give Him everything that we can. You know, we got to switch everything and put it into Him. You know, we just need to trust in His timing. You know, His divine time comes upon us at the divine time. The things that happen to us in the divine time. It happens at the correct moment, at the right time, right when you need it. You know, right when you're right on the brink, you're right there, He gives it to you at the right time, right when it is perfect and it is beyond, even comprehension of how perfect His timing is. His ability, He will be there on time to provide and protect for you. You know, when we give Him the trust, when you really give Him your trust, there's nothing he won't do for you. There's already nothing that He won't do for you, but when you fully trust in Him and you say, God, even though I may be scared, God, I put my faith and my trust in You, that You will protect me and provide for me. And He does. Again, with His divine timing. He will come in at the right time and give you everything that you need, and He'll help you guide around these options. When you get to, when you get to the why in the path, He'll be right there at the divine time. He'll turn you right to which path, whether you're going to the right or to the left. He'll shoot you there. No matter what it looks like around you, all hell could be breaking loose. Do not fear. Have faith that God is there, and in the mix, He is protecting you. It may look like you're being hit by each of these waves, but God is protecting you from these waves of these attacks. He is there. He is guarding you He's like a bubble, a protective bubble around you. And, it's really great to see what God has been doing and how He can help us not be afraid and not fear for what is to come or what has come. But He constantly guards us. He guards our hearts. He guards our minds. He guards our souls to protect us from the attacks of the enemy. And you just thank you, Jesus, for protecting me today. Protecting my mind, my heart, and my soul today, God. I thank You for everything that You've done. You've protected me through all these times where I could have been gone and dead, but You've brought me through to my next season. I want to thank You. Yes. You see, when you just give Him that praise and you really see what God has brought you through, that's where you can really comprehend and turn be like, I just need to put my full trust in God and everything will be fine. Doesn't matter what's happened. Doesn't matter what will happen, because God is right there next to me, protecting me and loving me and caring for me. And He's just always there, And we just want to thank You again today for showing up and being here. We just want to thank You. Remember that you can text to give. You just hit #donate and then put your number behind it, or you can go to the website. You can check that out. We always have, our app is also always out there, Standing Strong Ministries. You just look it up in the Google Play Store or the App Store. And I just, there's one way. And then also you can text to give. You just text 1-888-369-364-4483. You just text STRONG to that, and it will shoot you a link back where you can donate and give to us. And we just want to thank you guys for showing up today.